Hey everyone, Mike Volkin here with Freelancer Masterclass. Let's not forget to click subscribe to that YouTube channel. I'm showing you my Snoopy Band-Aid because I just cut myself shaving on my finger somehow. Let's go ahead and today talk about 9 traits you need to attract high-paying freelance clients. Many of you come to me and ask me, you know what, Mike, I'm doing great. I want to pay higher paying clients. I don't want to be taking on these projects that are a few $100s. I want projects that are a few thousand or many thousands of dollars. So let me show you what kind of traits you need to exude that you can take on these high-paying clients. First of all, you need to be attentive and responsive. That might seem obvious, but I can't tell you how many times I have a multi-$1,000 project that I'm hiring for, and I'll go 2 or 3 days without a response. I'm like, how bad do you want this project? So be attentive and responsive. I had someone actually yawn, and I'm high energy. If you listen to me, I don't think I'm very boring, but somebody actually yawned when I was talking to them the other day about a project that I was considering hiring them for. So in terms of being attentive, go ahead and drink a cup of coffee before a prospect call if you feel like you're going to yawn, okay? Have great reviews. This is something that is easier said than done, but really to attract higher paying clients, you need to have good reviews out there. Even one bad review could be seen as bad to a particular person who really scours through reviews. Have a great reputation. If you don't think that prospects are Googling your name to see what's out there. In fact, I was Googling a freelancer's name that I was considering hiring for the other day, and I found his Facebook page, and it was just a long Facebook page of him vaping and smoking pot and growing weed. I don't mind if you smoke pot or grow weed, but I mean, if that's all you do all day long and that's your passion, then that's what you care about, then I don't know if you're going to be doing my work while high. So make sure you have a great reputation out there, and be careful what you post on social media if you have a public facing position like a freelancer where people will be Googling you, okay? Or binging you. Show your expertise. A lot of times if you have these Upwork profiles, freelancer.com profiles, guru.com profiles, LinkedIn profiles, and they're largely blank and don't showcase your expertise, then you're missing out on a big opportunity, because not only are there keywords there that you could be taking advantage of to get attention, but the clients read through your expertise to see how closely your expertise matches what they're looking for in a skill set. Don't be a beggar. Respect your rates. I mean, if you charge $200 an hour and one of the high-paying clients comes to you and say, well, will you work for $50 an hour? And you'd be like, yes, sir, I just want a job, sir. Please give me hours, sir. Respect your rates. If you respect your own rates, people are going to respect yourselves. I mean, there are ways, and we talk about this in Freelancer Masterclass, to hold your rate, to negotiate your rate to where it should be. So if somebody's asking you to lower your rate to make room for their budget, there are ways to negotiate around that, okay? And then stop selling yourself. A lot of people get on the phone, freelancers get on the phone, and they immediately start just talking about themselves and how great they are. And, it's actually a natural instinct to want to sell yourself right away. But really what you should be doing if you're on the phone with a prospect is to be listening, is let them pour out all their pain points, everything that's important to them. And then you should be folding into the conversation how you can solve those pain points. This phone call, that what I usually call a discovery call, is the first call with a prospect where you're really talking about the project in detail. That phone call is not about a billboard for you, even though they're going to be asking you questions, and it's okay to answer them and show your expertise. But really the purpose of the call is to see if you're a match for each other, and for you to truly understand what the project entails. So don't just start firing off all the great things about you. Just let them, that comes naturally at the end when they're qualifying you, but you should be qualifying them as well, okay? Clearly communicate with a clear scope of work. Unless you have a clear scope of work, there's going to be some issues moving forward. In fact, having a very clear understanding of what the work entails, that way you'll be able to truly understand what work needs to be done and have the timeline and the details and the revisions and all that good stuff. So that needs to be very fleshed out, in fact, in writing, not just on the phone, but in writing before work even begins. Doing that will help you attract higher paying clients. Those that are inexperienced at hiring freelancers don't generally have a good clear scope of work or don't communicate it. Those that really understand what it takes to hire somebody, whether freelance or on salary, will clearly communicate a scope of work and know what to expect in return when they're going to expect you to answer the good questions. Okay, so if you can do that, then you'll start attracting higher paying clients. Be confident not only in yourself, but that you can complete the work. Okay. Confidence is probably the number one thing that can get you great work. Have confidence, and a lot of this actually is nonverbal. If you look into nonverbal communication and even type in Google nonverbal communication showing confidence, you'll see certain things that exude confidence, like shoulders up, back straight, chin up, that kind of thing. That exudes confidence, and a lot of politicians really study this in terms of exuding confidence, because a lot of times politicians don't really know what they're talking about, but they seem confident, like they know what they're saying, and people will still follow them just because they seem like they know what they're saying. I won't use any examples, but Republican or Democrat, every side does it. Okay. And show you can manage up. I talk about managing up a lot. We have it as a class, an entire class on managing up in Freelancer Masterclass. But if you can show a prospect that you're managing up, you'll get higher paying clients. And managing up, this goes beyond the scope of this video, but I'll explain it very briefly. It's when you can show someone that you don't need additional communication. So if a prospect tells you, can you please send me this, this, and this, you're doing that in a follow-up email. It doesn't require multiple emails. You're anticipating what they're saying, and you're, instead of saying, writing an email, what time is good for you to meet? Let's put something on the calendar. You're saying, hey, here's 3 times that I can meet. Which one works for you? Like, see how that is like in one email, you're saying everything you need rather than going back and forth. Well, how's your Friday? Oh, my Friday's booked. How about your Tuesday? It's like, all that has to do with managing up. It's reducing communication and making it very efficient. So I hope these tips helped you. Good luck.